What's up, everybody? My name is Cole. I'm a part-time real estate investor, a full-time legacy airline pilot, and part-time military instructor pilot. Today I'm doing a video on a building that I passed on right in front of you, 14-unit building. Passed on it just months ago. New owner just closed on it, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and here's the result. Building is totally burned up. The roof is totally tarped up. You can't really see much of it here, but the fire department covered that all up. Building's totally vacated, and if you put 20% down like I was going to do, $950,000 purchase price, just under 200 grand down, I'd say this owner stands to make at least 600 grand. When I had this building quoted for insurance, the replacement value, the cost to rebuild this whole thing if you had to, if it was a total loss, was about $3 million. So I don't know if they're gonna call it a total loss, but as you can see, it's definitely not inhabitable. I don't know the damage of all the units. I know a couple were burned up, talking to the previous owner who I was supposed to buy it from, but this is an example of being able to make the right decision on a purchase. When I was looking at all the cash flow numbers, I think it was only gonna make about 30 grand a year after putting that kind of money down because of the high insurance premiums. And apparently they were for good reason, but I totally passed on it because of that, because I thought it was just not enough return for the down payment. And I ran the numbers and I stuck to what I believe, kind of like I said, cash on cash return. And in this case, it totally did not work out in my favor. And this guy's gonna reap the benefits. He's gonna end up getting paid out, I would guess, maybe 1.5, 1.6, just based on what I heard about the damage and what I can see here. And then he's still gonna have the building afterwards, so he can decide what he's gonna do with it, sell it, and retain the money. Obviously, if you only put 20% down, he's gonna have to pay off his loan with the bank, but there'll be a ton of money left over. I've had one fire so far in a single family, but this is a much larger building, obviously, and therefore much higher value, especially because replacement costs are just so high for buildings like this. But yeah, this is an example of doing what you believe to be the right thing and still ending up wrong. And thankfully nobody was hurt or anything like that, but this building has seen better days. So anyways, just wanted to touch on that and talk about it because I thought it was an interesting story out here in Milwaukee. You don't really know what's gonna happen. Actually, I looked at this building next door too. The basement is caving in on this side of the building, so that place is totally not okay. They're selling that for like 150 grand, I think. But anyways, yeah, so when you're looking at deals, just because the numbers say one thing, obviously you can't bet on the fact that something's gonna start on fire. But if it does, it's gonna make you look kind of stupid probably. So just another day in Milwaukee. But anyways, let me know if you've ever had a fire or any sort of insurance claim. Obviously, like I said, I've had that one, but that's all I've ever had, so I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. But when I had my fire, I ended up hiring a private adjuster to work on it with me, and he ended up giving me a much larger settlement. And I had to pay him 10% of what I got as his fee, and so in this case, that'd be a ton of money. But man, he got a lot more money, almost double the money that I would have gotten if I just went by myself. That's when I first learned that insurance companies are not working for you. They are working for themselves. They're working to preserve their own best interests, save money from giving it up to you, and they want to pay out as little as possible on the claim. And I figured that, but I was ignorant to that fact. And the guy I hired, shout out to David Day, that's the man. But anyways, let me know what you think of this bad boy. Like I said, that unit's totally torched, and probably the other one's next to it. And it's gonna be a lot of remediation to fix this bad boy up. I would love to take you inside, but for now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get inside. But if I can, I will at some point in the future. But let me know what you think. Like I said, let me know if you've ever had a claim, how it went. And if you like this video, let me know. I'll make more. I'm just gonna keep trying different things until I figure out what people like, and we'll go from there.